Welcome back to Sensitive Success Podcast. I'm Frida Kabo, and in this episode, I'm excited to say welcome to Marika Bergvik. Welcome, Marika.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I'm delighted to be a guest in your podcast.
I'm super excited to have you here. So, Marika is a shaman, oracle, and priestess. Her purpose is to guide and empower women on a life-altering journey of self-discovery, inner healing, and reclaiming their authentic power so they can become the author of their lives. That sounds amazing. I'm super excited to have you here and talk about this because it's something that is really warm to my heart as well, to really reclaim our power. But tell us a bit about your journey and how you come to do this.
It is quite a long journey it can be for some people that it actually, well, of course, it started when I was really young. The earliest memories I have of the gifts that I use today is being able to feel and see and hear things that in my world was normal, and I thought that everybody was seeing and feeling. I had one of the things that I remember really clearly is being able, when I was at home, I was feeling really good, but as soon as I went out with people, on the town or anywhere where there was people, I was getting all of these different kinds of emotions and aches in my body, and everything just shifted. I mean, I was a child, a very, very young child, so I didn't know what was happening. And the thing is, that was when my sensitivity started to show itself, to me for the first time, is that how easily I'm able to read people's energy fields and what is going on for people. So everything that the people around me was experiencing, I took in my body.
Mm.
And that actually led me to be maybe a bit just wanting to stay at home, stay in my room, because there I felt good and didn't know how to navigate, because I was sensing everybody else in my body. Just growing up, I always experienced not ever belonging anywhere. I always felt like the odd bird and always having a feeling of not finding my place and having maybe difficulty navigating on this earth and really connecting to just about anything. It's all about also the people around me, but also just finding my spot in this world. Yeah, there was some trials and tribulations down the road. From I got a lot heavily bullied as well as a young child, all the way from first to seventh grade. That made just the feelings about myself stronger, that I wasn't meant to be here, and I don't have a purpose. And so that was really a hard knock for me to go through.
Mm.
But that's also the one thing that now in retrospective I'm really grateful for, because that is the experience that I had the most use for when I do my work as a shaman now. And going a little bit further into my 20s, the thing about always feeling the odd bird and not finding your place, and feeling these my gifts wanting to really come online, it just was too much. So I decided to press the off button and try to live as everybody else. I try to rely on friends. I just everything else. I used alcohol, parties. I just wanted to be like everybody else. And that actually spiraled downwards quite much. So I really started to feel really bad. I was depressed, and took me to a point where I realized that this isn't working anymore. And just woke up one day and feeling that I had this inner calling and I need to do something about it. So slowly my way up started yeah, I started to look at myself again and really activating my gifts. And from there, it was, yeah, things started to happen really. I mean, it's not something that happens overnight. It's something that slowly starts to open up. When I was 20, when I was feeling the most down and lost, and I was trying everything I could to just fit in, I moved to England. I thought, a new country, a new place, and I will start over. And as you know, all the problems, all that you are dealing with always follows you. And then I was about to visit my parents for Christmas, and I came home, and I just came home, slept one night, and went with my friend to the city. And in the car, we got into a really bad car accident. And the thing is that my friend was driving, and I sat beside her. And at that age, I had a really, really stupid idea of when I was driving myself, I always put the seatbelt on, but never when I sat and not driving. And this was the case as well this time. But just suddenly, the loudest I ever had heard when we were driving, I heard a voice in my ear saying, "Put the seatbelt on." And that just came from nowhere because we were driving at a straight road like this. I was looking out at this side window and I heard the voice and I was okay. And I just instantly put the seatbelt on. And the second the seatbelt was on, our car crashed. That was one of the, yeah, profound moments that I realized that I'm here for a reason and it's not my time to go.
Mm.
I have a big mission here to accomplish. So that's actually the event that actually changed everything for me. I realized that I'm needed here still. And I was 20 years old when that happened. So step by step, I started to take my pieces back and get to know myself again in every sense. And yeah, so from that, I just started to do some healing work. I found a lady who took me under her wing and learned me this because even though this was gifts that are in me, they had been hidden for so long that I didn't know how to bring them forth. So I needed some guidance, and this woman actually, yeah, just helped me activate what I have in me. And so I started doing healings and just found that it came very natural and just did for my friends and started getting the results and yeah, really enjoying doing it as well. But I was still, one foot in the old and just one foot in the new, and where I pushed myself still too hard. I worked as a hairdresser as well, and trying to get those two worlds to work together, not listening fully to my heart yet. So I pushed myself into working way too much and like 7 days a week and 10 hours a day. And it came the day that I didn't get out of bed anymore.
Mm. Wow.
So that was turning point number 2 for me. And then I just knew I had to realign again. So I started to do some big changes, some big scary changes. I decided to really take the time and put all my time and effort into myself and my own business. So I just stopped working as a hairdresser at the place where I've been and yeah, just really putting all the energy into my own business and my where my heart was, where my energy was. Yeah, a lot started to happen and I really expanded, started to do even more healings and really massively felt bold enough to come out publicly what I'm doing. I think that was the thing. I hadn't made the choice to show me who I am, afraid of being people thinking that I'm the odd bird again, like when I was young. So that went on for quite many years, and I thought that I did come a long way, and I just enjoy doing the healings and see the remarkable changes in people's lives, and just able to be at service and to help people. That's what I always felt that I'm here for. But then, it started to come a thought in my head that there's something else out there. I'm not fully accessing my deep gifts. And that just started to grow and grow and grow. And without not fully listening, just again, a little too much staying in my own lane, like not taking in all the inputs, listening to my body. 3 years ago, I found myself with the diagnosis of having breast cancer in both of my breasts. So that was turning point number 3. And that was when the biggest changes actually happened. It got me to realize that although all the way and all the time, my body has been speaking to me, and I really need to listen. So when I had the surgeries and was on sick leave, it just massive expansion, and the doors to shamanism just flew wide open. And that's when, for the first time in my life, I felt like I'm home. I felt that this is where I belong. This is what I've been looking for. So that's one of the biggest turning points in my life. And I mean, we are always evolving. We are always healing. That's not gonna change or stop, but it gets easier. And the more you truly start to follow your heart and listen to your body, especially when you are highly sensitive, your body is your best navigation tool.
Wow, what a story, what a journey. I feel like I'm like, wow, I need to take that in. Yeah, I also feel a bit of like, why can't we just accept people for who they are? Why do we have to put them in a box? And it creates so much problems within us and within the world that we have this human need to put people in boxes and for everyone to see the same, be the same, instead of seeing like, wow, what a wonderful gift she has, and I have another gift, and she has, like, we're all different. And
We are.
yeah.
And yeah, of course, like we are getting there, that we are able to start appreciating everyone's uniqueness. And even though I would, in a way, would like to go back and change what I went through, but also, like I said, I know I couldn't do the work I do today without the experiences I went through. And for example, the breast cancer, that is the biggest blessing that I got in my life, because that was for me a game changer.
Wow. And did that thought come easy to you, or was that something that you had to work through, or?
It come quite easy because at that point I had worked with myself so much already, that I knew that when my body speaks this loudly, I have no other choice than to listen to it. It's not some I'm not being punished in any way. Life isn't happening to me, it's happening for me. And so I just knew I had to truly pause and look inwards. I can't, I have to take off everything around me and just look at myself and who I am and what am I doing with my life at the moment and what does my heart desire. And that's when the healing started as well. And I was very lucky. I only had to go through the surgery and nothing else, no chemo, no nothing. So my body was healing really fast as well.
Wow. So what does success mean to you, since this is the success podcast?
Yeah. Oh, I love that question, because that is the word success can be really loaded, and it has so many perspectives on it. Success to me is being able to live your life from your heart, no matter what, no matter the circumstances or what other people think, to feel that you're in balance, and yeah, just feeling that you are doing what you came here to do, and being happy in it.
Love that. As a business owner, what do you feel has been the biggest challenge for you as a sensitive?
It's a lot of things in a way, because that you can both use as your strength, but it sometimes can be overwhelming. The sensitivity is by far the greatest tool I have in my work, and I wouldn't be able to do it without it. But then when it comes to being a business owner and have to deal with the social media, the marketing, everything around that, I feel that is my nervous system sometimes can get overloaded. So beautiful to be in your own energy and do the work you do, but the challenge comes in when you have to put yourself out there in the social media and all the marketing strategies and everything. That in a way is for me also an outlet, because I get to be creative, and to be creative is the thing that keeps me grounded in my sensitivity. So I think it's just all about knowing where you stand, where you're at, and being able to recognize when too much is too much, and when you need to take a step back and do some grounding exercises again.
Yeah, definitely. And what do you think is the biggest gift? We talked about it a bit, but with being highly sensitive in business.
The whole thing with the sensitivity is, and for me, I've learned with everything I've gone through, how my body speaks to me, and how the sensitivity shows in a really physical way for me. Most of my time here on Earth, I've been feeling really disconnected from my body. And that is one of the reasons for being bullied as a child, and also targeted to my body. So in a really young age, I separated myself from the body, and always thinking of that as a different part of me, a different part that's not working. It's broken. It's failing me. So I grew up with the thought that, okay, I'm stuck in this body and it's not, collaborating with me. And when you do that, it's really hard to find, first of all, your place here on earth, and then to fulfill your life. When you see that when your body is getting something, you're getting sick or you're getting symptoms, you're looking for a way to just blame something, and you blame your body. That was the thing that the breast cancer brought me back into my body again. That I know I can always trust my body, because it gives me the signs, it speaks to me, and it's to me, my sensitivity speaks to me through my physical body. So for me, that is the greatest strength in that I've learned to truly listen to my body and know that we are one. We are not two separate things.
That sounds beautiful. So I definitely can resonate with some of those feelings, like not trusting my body and wondering what it's up to. And so how can we tune into our body more, or how can we change that perspective?
For me, it's been first of all, just sitting with myself. If that is meditation wise or going out in the nature, but taking the time, first of all, to be with yourself without judgment. Second of all, the other thing for me is movement. To move in some kind of way, whether you call it dance or free movement or something where you physically move your body in a way helps integrate your soul with your body, so that you are here. Also, like different kind of physical activities. I just love something that brought me really back to my body is doing Abhyanga and an Ayurvedic oil massage. And that just has to be something difficult. It's just you warm some oil for you and you massage your whole body and filling it up with the goodness of the oil, but also filling it up with the love and gratitude for your body. So just really doing something that grounds you in your body.
Beautiful. Love that. So what does it mean to be a shaman?
It means that for me, it's stepping into my soul mission and being at service to people, helping them reconnecting with themselves and reclaiming their power, and being able to show them that we are all here for a reason and all the beautiful lights that we have inside us is needed in this world and needs to shine. I mostly work with women. I have men too, but mostly women. And my sole mission here is to help them rise, to let their light shine, help them reclaim their power, so that they can truly be the author in their lives and feel empowered to do whatever their hearts desires.
Love that. So what would you see as, is there something like specific that you see that your clients are struggling with, or why they are reaching out to you? Like, how do you know if you need a shaman?
It can be many, many different reasons, but I think in a way we come back to my own experiences, what I have gone through, because many of the women that seek my help are women that struggle with um, how they feel about themselves, the confidence, the self-awareness, struggling with setting boundaries, just accepting themselves. So I feel that is, that's my medicine to help, because I went through it, from losing myself and finding back to who I am and believing in myself and rising in it. That is my medicine to show other women as well how to do that, how to come back to yourself. It's not becoming something new, it's to become who you are and what you are meant to do here.
I so resonate with that mission as well, like really stepping into who we are. It's so easy to think that we need to be someone else or need to do something else, or finding something that we're missing, but we actually have it inside us already. Yeah, definitely.
And I find with the world of social media, it's especially as a highly sensitive person, I realize that the comparison, how much we compare ourselves to others, and now we have, access to all these platforms where you can follow other people as well. But then there lurks this danger as well when you fall into the pit and you start comparing yourself to others. It's so easy to get astray from your lane, because I recognize that in myself as well, that I have to be really clear how I think and how I feel. I think that is something we need to come back more to ourselves.
Mm, yeah. So what would be your recommendation? Where do we start? If someone is feeling that I need to find my, and there's something missing. Where do
Yeah.
they start?
Yeah. To start to be really honest is the first thing, to take a pen and paper and start writing down, what do I desire? Who am I? And sometimes we can actually be so blocked that we have no idea. And because that was me, I was always, thrown out of my seat, because when I attended so many things and took so many mentors and tried so many things, and then everybody said, sit down, write down, and you got it all in you, but you can be so blocked that you don't even have access to your own inner thoughts and desires and dreams. I feel that when you have this feeling of not knowing who you are, being lost, and just this feeling that, okay, I can't just grasp my thoughts. I can't put them into paper. That is a way shower that maybe too many parts of you are somewhere else, because we have so many parts of us that might be out of our body, or you might just be completely out of your body, and then it's just you can't get access to your inner self at the moment. And I think that is a way shower when it's good to probably reach out to somebody that you feel resonates, if it's a shaman or someone else that can help you, because we have everything we need inside of us, but when we are completely blocked, we need somebody to be there and open the first door for us. And I've now experienced that on my way as well. I wouldn't be here without the people helping me on the way as well. And the other thing, we are not meant to do this all by ourselves. We are many people here for a reason, and we are here to support each other.
Love that. Yes, definitely. So if someone is where you were with burnout, or coming back from it, or in that space, what would be your recommendation for that? Because I think there's many of the listeners that can resonate with that, just trying to fit in and trying to do what you should do, but then going into burnout. So how do we start to come back from that?
I think also burnout is one of our biggest way showers, that it's a hard way to go through, but sometimes burnout is the best thing also that can happen, because that's the point where you have to change, and so much new things can start to come in. I think the first thing here is also to try to shift how you think about your burnout or what's happening with your body. Do you have the mindset of thinking, why is this happening to me? Why am I being punished? Or, like I said, life isn't happening to us, it's happening for us. So when you can shift your mindset and thinking, okay, I'm here, my body has a message. What is it? That is the first step. As long as you are in, the mindset of, I don't know why this is happening. I just want to get back. I want to heal. I want to do this quickly. There's no space for anything of healing to come in. So changing the mindset and just being really humble and no judgment. Start to feel into what does your body has to say, and taking all the time, because we also live in a world where healing is something that should go quickly. We quickly want to heal, we quickly want to go back to work, we just want to do everything so fast and easy as possible. And with healing, it's everything but fast and easy, and in the most loving way, because we don't learn anything if healing is done like that.
Where's the
Then we
pill?
go back
Where's
to,
the easy?
yeah,
Right?
exactly. We go back to the old track, and there we are. A couple of years later, boom, another burnout. So that as well, just pause, be with you in the most raw, honest way. Be open to see what your body has to tell you. And then when you feel you are there, then you can start to see, how is there anybody out there who can help me, take the next step. But the mindset needs to change, because it doesn't matter who's trying to help you if your mindset is, please heal me quickly.
Yeah, I can see the power in that. I can also understand the frustration. Yeah.
I've been there too as well. So
Yeah. So if someone is listening to this and they feel like, yeah, I've done the work, I want to go out in the world, I want to be that, help others, and a bit afraid of stepping into that odd bird place, what can you say to them?
to take the leap of faith, to put, like, if they're choosing which way to go, just again, you can take pen and paper, write down, how will my how will my life be if I choose to go about how at this moment? I don't change anything, because usually if we have a desire that we know that we are not fully living, then it usually shows up somehow in our life. Because when we are going against our soul mission, then our body or circumstances starts to speak. So then we can decide, okay, I'm here, I'm not going to do anything. How is my life going to be? Am I happy here? Or how would my life look if I came out? How would that be for me? And of course, there is the you can be afraid and you can be scared that nobody is going to understand me. I will be left alone. That is never the case. Usually, that is the growing pains. Usually, when we finally accept ourselves and come out to the world, we might, yeah, lose some friends on the way because they are not in resonance with our energy anymore. But that opens up for a whole other bunch of people to come in and into our life that are the right resonance. And that is something I experience a lot. I've lost a lot of people around me during my lifetime, but I always known that because we people come and go into our life. Everybody has we have something to learn. There's a lesson, and then it's time to move on. Some stay longer, some shorter time, but always, if you close one door, there's always another one opening, and usually it's the better one.
Mm, beautiful. Yeah, I agree. Just take the step.
Take the step. If you need help, ask for help. Listen inwards to your heart. Who will be the best match for you to help you? Because there's also about listening to your heart. And if you find somebody and you feel, oh, that could be good, listen, how does your body react? Does it get excited, or do you feel a little bit, listen, because your intuition shows you which one is the best one to help you, because there are a lot of helpers out there.
Definitely. So if someone is interested in your work and want to know more about you, where can they find you?
Yeah. Well, maybe the easiest way is on Instagram. I'm Crystal Shaman Marika Bergvik. I have a website, but at the moment it's only in Swedish and Finnish. I'm gonna do it in English as well. But I think Instagram or Facebook as Crystal Shaman.
Perfect. And we'll put the link in the show notes here as well. Is there anything else that you would like to say to the sensitives that are listening?
Yeah, I want to say be proud of yourself. Just recognize the most beautiful gifts you have in you, because I promise, even though it can feel sometimes like a burden, and sometimes that it would be easier to be without, but I know that that is the best and the most beautiful gift we have. So I want to remember that you are unique, and just have the courage and take the step and just be you, because your light is so needed in this world.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. My heart is all warm and fuzzy now. Wonderful.
Oh,
Loved having you on here. Thank you so much for sharing your wisdom with us. And thank you so much for the work that you do in the world and sharing your story and your journey. It's so important.
thank you. Thank you so much. It was an honor to be a guest.
Thank you.